out the three scripts.
Yes.
What can you tell us about? What can you?
I can tell you that I've only read the first two. No, it's really, dealing with, obviously, the captain's life is, in the balance. Nick has lost his power, so trouble has become a focal point of the first 3 to 5 episodes. And we're really relying on her to sort of help us navigate ourselves through these troubled waters, because Nick, he's lost his power, so he can't see. And, so now I think it's put Nick and Hank on sort of common ground, on even footing, now. And so now they're both just cops, and, Adeline's trying to get her baby back. And it's wild and crazy, I tell you. Yeah.
You've been put through a lot. What's been the most challenging to play through so far?
Probably the first season, which I honestly felt could have sort of probably been dragged out through the first season to the second season. When you're looking at, we're going into our fourth season and possibly 5, you just realize, that first season wasn't all that long, And I think that, just playing the loss and the fear and the pain and the anguish, as an actor is a lot more interesting to play and a lot more fun. And, you're actually getting into, real character work, as to, versus just sort of being. So definitely it's been the first season. It's probably been my most challenging time, as an actor on the show.
A lot of the fans did enjoy the sort of kind of Scooby Gang nature of some of the scenes going on there. But even though Hank does know about this stuff and he is on it, he's still very much what the hell is this? And it can do that. And what are these?
Right.
Why do you have these weapons? What are they for?
Yeah.
So how important is that in terms of the development of this?
Well, I think what's happening is I think Hank has become more accepting of who Nick is as a Grimm, and I think he sort of embraced his part in it. You know what I mean? And it's. The thing is, what I've always sort of liked about Hank and my approach to him is that Hank has no fear of the unknown because, his time as a police officer, he's seen so much. And I think that, I've sort of approached it that, the Wesen and the creatures, he's seen elements of that kind of evil, in his time being a police officer. You know what I mean? So now I think he's looking at it sort of as now he has a better way of combating, this evil. He has, he's been capable, of combating it with Nick and, with these weapons and with this knowledge of what all these, these creatures are. He's like saying, oh, you know what? Now I was fighting, I was serving and protecting with one hand behind my back. Now I'm basically at full strength. Now we're at full strength. So now we can really do something and go out here and kick some ass. And I think he's open to that. He's embracing that, And, I'm trying. I approach Hank as the man knows his business. He's no shrinking violet. There's very few things that sort of scare him other than rats. And then, after that, man, I'm gonna walk down. I'm gonna knock everybody's ass out.
So is Hank sympathetic with you, being that the way Hank found out and how he's come to deal with it, and Wu's at this point where he's like,
absolutely, because it's that fear of the unknown. You know what I mean? And I think that's what hurt Hank when he was going through his time with Adeline. It's just the unknown. It's like I think I'm going crazy, and to see somebody go through that.
Is he going to help you?
I think he'll help him, but I honestly don't think it's his place. And I think he realized that in the latter part of the season, that it's really not his place because this isn't his world. You know what I mean? So I can plead with everyone else and to do that, but it has to be on Nick's and Monroe's and everybody else's turn. I think more so than Nick's.